You can support this show at patreon.com/ASAPodcasting. Welcome to a Skyrim Addict podcast, where I will discuss my adventures and misadventures through Skyrim. Join me. Add your stories, add your tales. Let's get into this thing. Hello, welcome back to Hearthfire Roundtable episode 2. Today I'm joined by Juan.
Hello, how's everyone?
Who is muted, and I should have checked to see if he was muted or not. Ray.
Good afternoon.
And Victor.
Hello.
And Colin.
Evening, guys.
And myself. So we are getting to the episode 2 quests of Hearthfire Roundtable, which is Unfathomable Depths, Infiltration, the Book of Love, Promises to Keep, Repentance, and Kind Sacred Trials, as well as building our first home's Lakeside Manor. I did realize this week that we hadn't actually set the quests for episode 3 yet, so we'll have to do that offline and then post those.
Yeah, 3 and are we going to do 3
and 4? We'll set the quests for what house were we doing next? We could pretty much pick any one, really. Either of the two left.
Morthal's closer.
Yeah, so that
just behind Whiterun, so
that's Helyarkin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Morthal's Winstead, man.
Winstead, you're right. Yeah, sorry, Winstead. Yeah. Which one's Helyarkin? That one's further away. Yeah,
It's
you're
the
right.
Pale.
That's weird
Yeah.
because it's super far away, but super close to White. The house is super close to Whiterun, and 80 million miles away from the town that you get it from.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very odd. Yeah, that one. Yeah, I've done the building wise. I've done pretty well actually. I've been doing a lot of building and crafting before we get into the quest too much. I furnished almost the entire house. I have the armory. I have the main large part of the house with the whole second floor all done up, and the basement armory, basically. So you have multiple armories in the house for whatever reason, and outside. Like, you can craft anywhere, basically, in the house. And I got my enchanting table done, and alchemy stand is done. So I did pretty well with Lakeside Manor. I was pretty happy with it.
I forget which editions did you use?
I only used so far was the armory. I didn't get to the other two yet. So I was, after I finish these quests, I'll probably build the was it the greenhouse?
I like the greenhouse.
Yeah, where you
me
can
too.
grow the stuff, and then I always do the trophy room in the back. So I like doing the trophy room. I don't know why, but my goal was to get all the shrines in the basement.
I've never actually done that.
Yeah, I think I have
I've got that.
Do you?
Oh, cool.
Nice. I have like 5 of them done. Yeah.
With one guy I have, because I had to, because my original character was Dex and Control. That was on the PC, all like modded and things like that. But then Windows happened.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So I built a new character in the meantime while I was waiting for a new one on the Xbox One, and that one is completely unmodded. It's vanilla because I was running through the achievements on there and having going through a few of those. So that character is now Cadia Corellius. And he's all got all exactly the same stats. So he's an Imperial, so the original one, but a completely different character.
Huh.
And he was an 18-year-old guy from like an urchin on the streets of the Imperial city, and he hitched a ride on a Khajiit caravan and made his way all the way back up to Skyrim. But what should we call it? He got the house at Lakeview, but the way he feels about the divines is that he believes in pretty much everything. He believes in every single Daedric prince, every divine, because everything to him just seemed everybody else was just like so much more powerful than he was. Everybody else had power other than him, and he just thought, well, I better pay a price to everything and make sure treat it all with respect so it doesn't end up squishing me. So that's why he collected all the like the divines, all the amulets and things like that. So one of the shrines in the basement is one of the first things that he made. And the only add-on he's got is the enchanting tower, because enchanting is one of my 3.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
But I didn't put the canopy on the very top, because if you don't put the canopy on the top of the tower, that means you can look out all right without the canopy getting in the way.
Yep.
And you can also jump on top of the roof.
I do exactly
attack.
the same thing. Yep.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can sit down on the chair. You get your bottle of mead down next to you.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I never build the roofs on those anymore. Exactly the same reason. Because I always want to build it. I forget which edition on the back or the side gives you a big second floor deck. Is it the bedrooms or something? I always want to build that, but or I want the deck, but I don't want the thing that goes with it. So my compromise was stopping putting the roof on the towers, so I have a nice little deck out there.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
that's interesting. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it's a good deal.
Yeah,
especially if your load screens aren't too slow, or
I think the Armory is the one that has the deck on top.
It does. Yeah, because I have the deck now. And I built the Armory. So, yeah, it has the second floor deck where you can walk out the doors from the upstairs up onto the deck, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think you can get on both sides, because if you put I don't know whether it's the greenhouse, but definitely if you put the kids' bedroom the main bedroom to the left, and then the Armory on the right, then you get the shop. But if you put the kitchen on the right hand side, that's got a sloped roof.
Oh, okay. And not the flat.
Yeah, so is the greenhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's the kids. You can have 2 decks. So you can have the kids' bedroom and the Armory, and that'll give you 2 decks either side.
Yeah, the mod I'm using has on the left side as you come in has a big master bedroom suite, and with a nice fireplace and a bathroom. It's a, what do they call that? Ensuite bathroom. And then on the right hand side there's I forget what's downstairs. Upstairs there's kids' bedrooms.
It's the servants' quarters.
Servants' quarters, right? Okay, and your Raya's quarters and stuff, and then in the back there's the alchemy and so on. So it's got just about everything except the greenhouse.
Yeah. When I've done Lakeview in the past, I've always accidentally made 2 kitchens and 2 sleeping quarters.
Oh,
so
yeah.
And it was 6 beds and 2 kitchens, and I'm like, why do I need all this? And then sometimes it doesn't even allow me to change it anymore. I'm just like, all right.
Yeah, once it's done, it's done.
Yep.
I think, or can you deconstruct them? I've never even tried.
I don't know, actually.
No,
I don't think you can. You can just pull the crafting table out of it.
Yeah.
That's about it. Yeah. Yeah, it would be nice if you could remodel it, though, in case you had to change. Because, you can change that front room, obviously, into an entryway instead of a bedroom. But that's basically an addition. Not really. I mean, it's a remodel, but it's one of the only ones you can do, I think. Is it also child beds a remodel of sorts? Or is that a full addition?
Well, the children's beds are upstairs in the main house anyway, so it's not part of the addition. That's where they sleep when you have adopted children.
Oh, okay. They're automatically in there. I'm thinking of the one in Breeze Home, where you can change it into a...
Yeah. All the other ones have the addition.
Into the alchemy.
Yeah.
crap. And
yeah, it's either alchemy or children's bedroom in Bree's home. That's right.
Yeah.
yes.
And you have to purchase that from what's his name, Dragon's Reach. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, I have. Who do you get when you're Thane of Falkreath again? Oh, goddamn.
Raya.
Yeah, I have her at the house, and I have one of the people I picked up in one of our quests hanging along with me right now.
Oh, cool.
One of my favorite followers, actually.
Ah, interesting.
She's a very powerful follower. I find her to be very, very strong. Anyway,
if it's the one I'm thinking of, I was just thinking about her when I did that quest, and I've never actually used her as a follower. So.
Yeah, she's really good. I'm assuming it's the Dark Light quest we were talking about, but yes, yeah, I've used her a few times. Very good follower. Very good follower. How's everybody? So is everybody's houses? How's everybody's homes? Otherwise,
well, since my character Hannes, for people who may or may not have watched the first couple of episodes, he's a landed noble. So I started him out with the Lakeview Manor as it should be mod. So mine's been built since pretty much the beginning. You still have to build it. You still have to have all the resources, but it's a modded version. So it's been complete from the get-go.
Yeah, and I'm using that same one.
Oh, you're using the same one. Okay. And then, so outside of the whatchamacallit, the quests we were doing in conjunction with the house, what are your characters been up to? I've pretty much kept mine stuck to the quest lines and building, so I haven't ventured out and gotten involved in anything else other than that.
Yeah, I've tried to weave a lot of that into Hannes' story. I mean, he's going to. His tagline is a merchant or a thief, and so he's again. I've repeated this, but he was going to be my Baron's Aya character to do an audio let's play, and so I just folded him into this. So eventually, he's going to morph onto the thief side and start working on that. I have that storyline working through. So, but for this part of it anyway, I'm using a mod called Landlord. So I've been investing in a lot of. Right now, we own Bellathor's shop, we own the Drunken Huntsman, and we own the Pawned Prawn. And we're gonna own a few more before, because he's going to need some regular income when he becomes a thief.
Somewhere to launder the money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, we got our speech.
That's a good point.
So using Ordinator, which has a similar perk to the vanilla, where you can sell anything to anybody. So his speech is level 60 now. So he's going to grab that perk as soon as possible. So once he's done that, he'll be ready to be a good thief.
I actually found a necklace that does that.
Oh.
It's called the Necklace of Silver Tongue. And it gives you better prices on.
That sounds familiar.
It does.
On items, and it allows you to sell stolen goods to vendors as well.
Cool.
I don't remember which mod gave me that, but
is that Summer Mist? Maybe this is an enchantment.
No, I'm not running Summer Mist.
Okay.
Because I'm running Ordinator, and I'm running the True Stones one that you guys recommended, where it gives me. Oh, and I also have the one that gives me Avenging Wraith.
Yeah, that's Lost Grimoire, I think, and
then
or is it Apocalypse? I don't remember, but Andromeda is the Stones one.
Oh yeah, I have Andromeda, and it might be Apocalypse that I have.
Yeah.
So I'm curious if it came from that.
I don't know. I've run into a few enchanted items that there's one that I didn't recognize that I actually disenchanted and put it on my bow, which is it does a small % of damage constantly until fire damage until combat ends. So when you hit a character early on, they just stay
on
flames on them. Yeah, nice. But it's a low damage. No, it's like 1 to 3 or 5% depending on your enchanting skill, but it's pretty good. It's really good against dwarven things and stuff like that. So.
Well, I would say it's good also against the big armed creatures. What are the
trolls? Yeah,
the trolls.
It's excellent against trolls because it keeps them from healing. Yeah.
Oh, it stops the okay.
Yeah.
Because I have to keep using flames on them and hitting them with my bound weapon.
Yeah, and I don't know where that enchantment came from. I don't recognize it as it's certainly not a vanilla one that I know of. But I picked up some. Actually, I got it. I wondered why I kept burning and dying in this one fight I had. And then when I finally killed the guy, I realized it was the axe he had, and so of course I immediately took it and
mine.
Yeah.
Well, as far as Cater has been doing, he became the I've forgotten what it's called now. The leader of the Thieves Guild.
Ah, cool.
So he's done all the city quests and done the main quest and got through and done that like really, really early. Pretty much all he concentrated on when he first got over there. And with my previous character as well, pretty early on, went through the entire Civil War. And it's really nice. I highly recommend it that if you wanted to, like, you know, a little bit jaded of the game, playing it through, try going to one like a really big faction and kind of concentrate and go through that entire faction and then play through the rest of the game from that side of it. It really does make some really very small but very significant differences. Like walking up to was it Sapphire when I was talking to Shadra about him sort of like owing money. I didn't speak to her until after I finished the Thieves Guild. And she went, "Oh, hey, boss, what's going on?"
Wow, that's interesting.
And I was like, "Yeah, you like giving shit to Shedra." She goes, "Oh yeah, I was going to tell Delvin all about that job." What, you didn't even tell Delvin job, right? That's it. No, job's off. Fuck off. Get lost. And she was like, "Right, boss. I'm really sorry, boss."
Wow.
And that was the whole interaction. Was like, nice.
It's
and
interesting.
Then I swaggered out.
Yeah. It's interesting starting the Dark Brotherhood after you've completed the Thieves Guild as well, because you have some interesting conversations with Delvin. Like when you go to get the amulet appraised and get credit, and he's like, "Oh, I'm making friends in low places" or something like that. And like you said, he calls you boss.
Yeah, that is interesting. I don't know if I've ever really noticed that.
Except Brynjolf keeps calling you lad, which drives me.
Oh, God, I know. No matter what you do, I know.
I just want to smack him in the face.
No matter how much you do for the Thieves Guild, he does that, yeah.
Yep.
Can't you just kill him and throw him in that little pond lake?
Yeah.
Call me lad one more time.
Oh, my God. That's nonstop.
Yeah. I'll lock you in what's his name? Basement there. Yeah.
Say lad one more time.
Mercer phrase.
Oh, you also, was it, because sneak is one of my things. I realized that the Shrine of Nocturnal at the end of the Thieves Guild quest gives you a 10% boost to sneak.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because you get the blessing of Nocturnal.
Yep.
So that was pretty awesome. I didn't even know about that.
Cool.
Yeah, I haven't done that for a little while, actually. Oddly enough. Since, now that I'm on Switch, I'm not really sneaking that much. Because I'm not using the bow, so I'm using just fire and two-hand it pretty much. And heavy armor, which is weird. It's all weird. It's very weird on the Switch.
Yeah, I'm trying to run my character without sneaking as well. I'm using Conjured Wraith, Bound Sword, and then I'll switch over to Flames, and I do Flames while I'm hitting with the sword. It's kind of fun. You just run in, hack and slash, and run around and hide, and just kind of hit people as they're backing off.
No, it is. I do like that.
And on the other hand, I've already gone legendary on sneak and back up to 50.
Oh, have you? Oh my God!
Sneak is one of my things, and pretty much you gain thingy and sneak no matter what you do.
Pretty much, as long as you're walking around. Yeah, you get it. I'm only at level 25, so
So I've never had a character this high. I'm currently at level 65.
Wow.
So the way I understand, so she's 100 in sneak right now.
Mm-hmm.
So if I do legendary and sneak, so I lose all of my sneak perks, but I can start getting experience again with sneak, so I can level up more. Is that the program?
Yes,
No, but you also get the perks points back
Yeah,
as well.
perk comes
Yeah,
back too.
Right. So you have those stored up, so you can start putting them back into sneak as you level that up.
Correct.
You can put them into sneak, or you can put them into something else if you like.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, 100% of her play style is sneak, so if she doesn't have sneak, she's in trouble. So,
right. But the nice thing is you get extra perk points as you level it up. So
right, so you can continue to level your total character.
Yeah.
Yeah, if she relies on sneak, then you just put 2 right back into the first couple of sneak, just so at least you get a little boost there, and then use them somewhere else.
I wonder if we could get Michelle to take one up to like 200 and something to get all the perk points.
Oh man, yeah.
I think he's already done that.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he posted that he got.
He did that in Skyrim.
Yeah, he's got a character with like every
filled
perk
completely
point
out.
taken.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's hard to do.
Yeah.
Very.
Because you have to take everything up to 100 as well.
Yeah, and then have enough perks to fill all the perks out. So.
Yeah, because she's definitely running out of ways to get XP basically, because there's some things that she just doesn't do at all. It's just not in the play style. She's never enchanted anything. She never uses two-handed. She doesn't use light armor as much as she'd like to.
Enchanting is actually good for a sneaky character.
Yeah, it is actually.
You can put some really nice enchantments, especially if you do the doubles.
Yeah, but it's just not in her, in her character. It's not part of what she's doing. So
not part of the role play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luckily, I did get enchanting.
So yeah, she's not beyond picking up enchanted stuff, and she kills enough things that there's no shortage of great loot. So her
nice stuff out there.
Her bent is evil, so she just kills everything.
Surprise, surprise.
I think.
So I really kind of realized that. So this is the play style that I prefer.
Is it?
So I recognize that when I've had several characters that I've built in Fallout 76, and the one that I'm most attached to now is Sneaky Daggers.
Oh yeah, Sneaky Daggers is pretty great.
So
yeah, I was using that until I went legendary, and that 15 times damage and double daggers. I've got 2 because I've got enchanting as my magic skill as well. I've got 2 glass daggers. One's called Immolate, the other one's called Immobilize. One with paralyze on it, one with flames on it. So, and then double daggers from behind. The only problem is that paralyze doesn't hit every single time.
Oh no.
No, where with the enchantment on it, it doesn't always take it. It's sort of like whatever resisted paralyze.
Yeah,
so it doesn't get them every single time. So
yeah.
If you get somebody like not an undead, obviously, but if you get like a human or a living thing with a paralysis potion, it always works.
Then it always works.
Yeah.
But with the enchantment, it doesn't always work, which is a pain in the ass.
Well, if you do the vegetable soup thing, then pretty much you have sort of unlimited power attacks. So it's
and don't forget,
if you can't paralyze, you can still overwhelm.
Don't forget the gloves from the Dark Brotherhood.
Oh
yeah, I haven't looked at that yet.
Well, I've got the ones from the from the ancient guy that you get up at Heg's.
Heg's End, yeah.
Yeah, Heg's End. Yeah.
Oh, the ancient armor or something.
Yeah, the ancient shrouded armor.
Yeah.
So those are nice because when you put them on, you turn invisible, and then so you go do your thing, and then of course as soon as you attack, you're going to be visible again. But if you take them off and put them right back on, then you're invisible again. So I've got them hotkeyed.
Oh man,
that's great.
That way you can pop them on. That's pretty good.
And of course, the other thing that makes my life easier is that I'm not playing with dragons.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, I started it.
I have dragons. Yeah, I did too at the very beginning. So, in fact, I had a dragon in the middle of Riften yesterday.
Oh, really?
Same here. Right in the middle, an elder dragon right in the middle of Riften.
That's one forest dragon because I'm only level 28, so I'm not getting.
Yeah, well, there's that one that lives in the mountain right behind Riften. So,
oh yeah, that's true.
He killed Erin and whatchamacallit, what's her name? Snilf, the female whatchamacallit, the
Khajiit?
no, the beggar, the female beggar. I don't remember her name.
Yeah.
But killed those two. But what I was surprised was that Maven Blackbriar is even like scarier than she was before because she's also a mage. She was attacking it with lightning bolts and shock spells and things like that. I was like,
wow.
And I was running and hiding because he hasn't declared himself as the Dragonborn. He was like, no, I've no idea what you're talking about. So when they kill the dragon, he runs in the opposite direction and then muffles up and puts on an invisibility potion and then goes back and steals the soul and then runs away.
That's awesome. I love it.
Dragon.
Yeah, I have the mod that keeps most NPCs from being killed by stuff like that.
Oh my god,
it's just such a pain in the ass.
Does this Frost quest ever go correctly?
Well, depends.
God, every time I get there, he's getting into a fight.
Yep, usually with a spider. Or
something. And now Ilya's fighting him, and now I can't talk to him.
Oh, he'll take a knee for a while, and then he'll eventually pop back up.
Yeah. Now I got a bounty because I killed someone.
Well.
What a mess. Oh, gosh. Yeah, you said you were at level 28, right? You said you were at 60-something, right?
Yeah.
And Colin, you were 50-something, I believe.
No, well, my Dexon was at 50.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
This character's 41, I think.
Oof. Still pretty good. Juan, what are you setting in the same range?
I'm at 14.
Oh, there you go. You're lower than me.
Wow, Forgotten City at 14.
That's pretty tough, Forgotten City at 14, actually.
Yeah.
That's pretty tough.
Actually, I started it at level 8.
Wow.
So I had like nothing. I'm still wearing like, what is it? Some vampire leather armor, the apprentice's hood, and some leather boots I made. Actually, no, I found some leather boots of swiftness or escapism or something like that. They give you an extra 8% to your speed, so it makes battling as a mage kind of fun because you can run around and jump around and hide, and not hide, but at least evade a lot of the attacks that come at you.
Yeah, you asked also about what else we were doing. I don't remember how far I'd gotten with Zoro's quest last time. I know I mentioned it, but I don't know if I'd finished it or not. Yeah, I think I had actually. So yeah, that was one of the interesting NPC quests that Hannes did. That got a little buggy. I had to redo it several times.
Oh yeah. Repentance. Which one's that? Yeah, I was just making sure I got all the quests done, and I think I did. I think that was the last one. Yeah. Okay, I did. Yeah.
Which one do you want to start with?
Let's see. You want to start with Fathomable Depths, since that's just at the top of the list anyway?
Yeah. Why not?
Let me see. Let me open up the quick good UESP page for it. So this is the one where you get the lexicon from, which is very confusing, from Deepest Fathoms. His name is from Deepest Fathoms. And you go to Avancenzol, which is a Dwemer ruin. And this is where you see I don't know if they're ghosts technically, or it's more the lexicon showing it to you, right?
I believe that's the word they're going, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's really explicit, but that makes sense.
Yeah, because they're not blue like the rest of the ghosts in the game.
Yeah.
They have that reddish color to them instead. Yeah. So I assumed it was the lexicon doing something as they went through. So Avenchenzol is
which in all my recordings that I made after getting the quest, I started talking about it. I was referring to it as Arkanthams until I walked up to the thing and it said, "You have discovered Avancenzol," and I thought, "Oops."
Oh man.
Anyway, so in my videos, you'll hear me laughing.
Well, apparently it's located in the Jarl Mountains. It is west of Riften, basically, and in the mountains. And it's when you're low level, it's pretty tough. So you need to be level 14 to kick it off anyway. But I played through it at 22, maybe something like that, and it was a grind going through there. I'll tell you, it was
lots and lots of spiders in there.
A lot of spiders, yeah, a lot of spheres.
And there's a few spheres, and those spheres are fucking crazy fast.
They're wicked.
Yeah. So that was a pretty reasonable tough one. So you go through it and you start getting the story of Drennan, Breya, Fathoms, and Roots are the four ghosts that you see. I guess technically ghosts, we'll call them, that you see, or whatever it is that the thing is showing you. So you get their stories. You go through the different chambers of Avancenzol, and basically the lexicon is like calling them or something. Is the basic gist, or they're like?
I know it's calling the male Argonian.
Yeah, what's his?
He seems to be the leader.
Is that Breya?
No,
it's Roots. It's Roots.
It's Roots.
Yeah.
Is it calling him, or did he just know about it and he was going after it? I wasn't really clear on that.
He kept on saying, "Can you hear it calling?"
Oh, right. Okay.
Stuff like that. And
yeah.
It's leading us down here and all that sort of. So the same mumbo jumbo that the other Argonian, when you go to get the the
other ruin,
the soul fire trap thing.
Yes.
Battle axe. There you go.
Oh yeah. What's that called? Ironbind Barrow.
That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Same kind of thing. Something's calling him. Yeah. So so basically he leads them further and further in, and they start getting picked off, except for, of course, from what's his name from again? I can't remember. From
her name Fathoms.
Fathoms, that's it. From Deepest Fathoms. Fathoms, who of course you still find on the docks of Riften afterwards, and then he gives you the lexicon because he's like, I guess it's kind of like driving him crazy, basically.
Talks to him, right?
Yeah, she's
or her. Sorry, yeah.
Nuts. From the whole trauma of the experience.
Yes. And whatever effect also the lexicons also seem to have, I guess. Maybe.
Oh.
I don't know.
It's probably worse for her because maybe she's the one who picked it up.
Yeah.
Because where you put it is not where they found it.
No.
From what I gathered. Because he was saying, we get the lexicon, and then we put it on the pedestal, and the ancient knowledge will be ours.
Yes.
So they found it somewhere else in that ruin that you probably don't get to or don't realize as they're walking through. And then he gets a little bit overzealous and then runs through into the next room, and that's where it's that fucking nasty floor trap that if you have a follower, it fucks them up.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
helicopter trap.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
That's a gnarly. Yeah.
Yeah, with the pistons on the sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, don't stand on that. Don't. Oh, by the way, I used the same follower in this one as in the previous with Dexon, but he died like super early. That's when I was going for one of the quests for the the silver candlestick mold.
Oh,
just right near our house, near Lakeview Manor. I was going in there, and he died to an errant shout.
Is that in Pine Watch?
Yeah, they're in Pine Watch.
Yeah, and that was final. So he died. So I just went and got the best follower, and then
I had no followers on this quest, so
he always dies really quickly on me.
Yeah.
Hannes is using Goldier a lot. He sends him home and then goes and gets him when he needs him, and also Janasa.
I like Janasa. She's good.
Yeah, Janasa's good. But Goldier's great. I like Goldier. He's just so sort of goofy. Now he's wearing Vanguard armor, I think now, so he looks pretty cool in that.
It's a closed helm one, isn't it?
No, he's not wearing the helm. We found a dragon steel mail or dragon mail somewhere in some chest. It popped up, so he's been wearing that.
Ooh, dragon mail. Sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, I forget if that's Warmonger's Armory. That might be the mod that added that. So he's wearing that.
One thing that's missing in Skyrim is chainmail.
Not if you have mods.
Oh, I know.
No, that's true. Yeah, or Mithril, like in Oblivion. Yeah, so this quest worked out pretty well for me because I was right at the level where I was going to start upgrading to Dwarven gear anyway. So I ended up with a bunch of materials to make Dwarven gear, and obviously found some along the way. So it kind of came at exactly the right level for me, other than it being hard as shit.
Yeah, and plus you get the bonus from putting back the lexicon as well. Is that your smithing increases by 15%, and you get a 25% bonus to armor in Dwarven armor.
Oh, that's right.
That's just nasty.
Yeah, it's nasty if you wear Dwarven armor. I'm Hannes won't be, but the 15% boost to smithing is excellent. It's a pretty well balanced reward.
Yeah, for getting what is it 30 in smithing for Dwarven, or is it 40?
Let's see.
Pretty early on, you can get if you go through that quest and then get a full set of Dwarven armor.
Yeah.
I think it's equivalent to like nearly Orcish armor with that bonus.
Right.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it's pretty badass early on.
30 sounds right though. Which mod makes a light armor version of the Dwarven? Because I really like the look of it.
Probably immersive armors. There's a light armor version of
that might be the one.
Yeah,
I remember because I like the look of the Dwarven armor. It's really nice.
Yeah.
Not as nice as the ebony, but it's still really nice. It's better than the elven.
Yeah, true. I have the Dwarven now, so I'll probably stick with it for a while. But I like the Orcish because it's just the look of it.
Yeah, it's kind of raw.
Yeah, it's got a real raw look to it. Yeah, whereas you look like a robot in the Dwarven armor, pretty much.
I think Nordic Carved is probably my favorite set of armor.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, yeah. For the vanilla armors or DLC armor, whatever.
It looks beastly.
Yeah,
it's real nice. Just you look like a warrior in that.
Yep. Yeah, I like that one a lot. I got to agree.
And if you're a Khajiit, you look awesome in the helmet.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
But mine is having to sneak around in heavy armor. So the one I went with was Witch Plate, because it's got that bright blue light that shines from it.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured if you're gonna have to sneak in heavy armor,
You
it
may
may
as
as
well,
be neon.
Be well lit in the process. Oh gosh.
It's a pity. You should, if you did in Chenny, you might be able to find your was it some muffle boots? That's what you need for sneaking in heavy armor.
Yeah, yep, you do.
But just don't ask Andrew where they are.
Yeah, don't ask him. You'll never find it.
Well, I'll just ask him where he looked and then not go there.
Yeah, and just don't go there. Yeah. I didn't have anything real crazy happen on this quest. It was just obviously it was tough crawl for me at lower level, but
yeah, it's a pretty ruin. I mean, it's one of the nicer looking ones.
It is,
and it's pretty in and out essentially as long as you can fight your way through. There's no entrance to Blackreach there. There's nothing else really. It's
you don't end up lost. Yeah.
Which is kind of nice. So
I think the dwarven ruins are almost as nice as the alien ruins.
Yeah, I would say so. You can see better in them.
Yeah.
You can see your way around them.
You can sneak through the whole thing too.
Yeah, that's true. You could sneak past everything.
Was it a noble Skyrim? I think it is. Is that the one that makes all the dwarven stone white?
Oh,
I don't know. Do I have noble loaded with Hannes? I have it loaded on several others.
Because that's the one I had on Dex. And I think it was that. I think it was noble Skyrim I had, but it made all the dwarven stonework all white, like bright white, like a bright white marble.
Outside,
and that just gave the whole.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I said outside or inside or both?
Or both, all of it.
Okay. Right.
So all of Markarth is like really bright white, and then you have like the gold and what's supposed to be brass or whatever it is, or bronze.
Yeah.
And it just pops everywhere, and you can spot them all when you're like going on the road and you see like a dwarven arch or something from a distance. It just makes it pop, so it changes the game just that little significant amount, just to make it feel fresh.
It's great texture.
That sounds good.
There's, the latest, and greatest, or not greatest, but the latest, popular one is the Skyrim Community Texture Pack that Cinotar developed. I've been converting everything over to that, and that's got some gorgeous stuff in it too. And you can use it with Noble Skyrim. It's perfectly. You just overwrite whichever one you want to overwrite.
I did forget to say that I did get Dex and Control working again.
Oh, good.
And then I didn't sort of like on the new laptop. Thank you, Victor and Ray, for that, for all their advice. I got them all working again. Put Vortex and stuff like put all the mods back in, and then just kept on restarting until I got rid of everything. I think there was like a couple there, but it was just like Cloaks of Skyrim and ELFX where I didn't have. Choose the same options, or CBBE, I think it was, and I didn't choose the same options as I did before, so that's why they didn't match out. And so it was all working fine, and I played some, and then fucking whatchamacallit, I started it up like last week or something like that to play the quests, and then Vortex needed an update, so Vortex updated, turned off all the mods, so I had to restart doing all the mods all over again.
Oh my god.
Once I'd done that, then I went to restart the game to sort of like, because it was saying that all the conflicts finally got that sorted, and then it says, your SKSE, it does not match. There's a new version. Fuck you, Victor. John, fuck you. I screamed at the television and I turned it off and put the Xbox on.
Mod organizer. Yeah, mod organizer.
Oh, man.
And don't forget to turn off your, so if you're running through either Vortex, anything, just as if you're using the SKSE launcher, just tell Steam not to update unless it's running through Steam, and then you won't run into that.
It just annoyed me so much that I just went, I'm not prepared to fucking deal with you right now. I'm going to my Xbox.
Okay. I'm playing something else.
Yeah,
I've been there. I forget what I did about a year ago, but every single profile I had was crashing on
Oh.
it took me weeks to figure out what it was.
Jeez.
And it was something simple. It was just like stupid, but
That's rough.
yeah.
Yeah, and I still haven't gotten any word back from them. But my all my save games, it's Vortex stopped accessing them, and so it would only access one file, even though the numbers for all the other ones were there, their folders were there. I could go in and see them, but it would only access one file. And so I just started moving, my latest save from the other characters that I was playing over into that file, and I could access them and save them, and everything works fine. And once that thing gets straightened out, then I'll have to move those save files back over to their correct folder. But yeah, that was kind of weird.
Yeah, I see SKSE, or not SKSE. Well, obviously that too, but Special Edition needs an update. So I haven't gone back to Special Edition for a while for everything to catch up. It's finally looking good though. It's been, I mean, within the last 3-4 months, maybe, the growth of mods and being able to make Special Edition look good, almost as good as Legendary Edition has, exponentially increased. So it's nice now, and it is more stable. So
That's good.
Yeah. All right.
So I guess our next quest is infiltration. Yeah, also down by Riften area.
Yeah, right, practically across the river from Arkingthans.
Yeah. Yes, it is actually. Yeah. I know. I was kind of confused by that as well. So this one you basically come across walking down the road, and Steleo, I believe that's his name. They're kind of hanging out by a campfire. Him and there's one or two people there, and let you know that Treva's watch, his family home, I guess, has been taken over. And his family is inside, and his bodyguards or men are away, and kind of wants, obviously, help getting in the place. I actually had way more trouble with Treva's Watch than with the last quest. It was way harder.
Which is surprising because it's supposed to. It's one of those suggested level 6, I guess, because it's a leveled fort or something. But
maybe
yeah,
that's why.
There are some really nasty bandits in there.
Yes, yeah. So you come in the secret tunnel, the first tunnel, and it's there's like three bandits up the steps, right?
Yeah, right at the top.
And then there's one
around the corner,
like two rooms away, so he can hear the fighting, so he comes and joins in.
Yeah, as soon as as soon as the fighting starts, it's the other one's in the room basically.
Yeah, and they're all like the highest level ones. So because all three of them, when I got in there, level 40 I am now. So when I got in there, all three of those were bandit marauders.
Oh,
so I'm pretty sure it makes sure that when you guys get in there, it's always those three are the highest level of the bandits. That's not a bandit chief.
Okay.
So that one is definitely a fucking tough piece of shit. But
yes.
I had Lydia with me, so I was fine.
I was solo.
Yeah, I had 2 bandit chiefs in there. Not in the same area. One upstairs and one downstairs, but still.
Yeah. I think there regularly are, aren't there? Yeah, there's
I had 2 chiefs also. Yeah,
there's one in a room down in a long hallway, and then there's one up at the top of the tower.
Yep.
Those poor little bandits didn't stand a chance.
Yeah, there's.
I mean, I would drop somebody right at the other guy's feet.
Oh God!
And he would have no idea.
Oh man!
So he must have been tired.
Yeah, I love some of those lines. Yeah.
Let me get you a blanket.
I had an interesting experience with it, and it's definitely mod generated, but I'm not sure what. First of all, and I meant to research this because I don't remember what brought it to me, but Hannes has a bonus that whenever combat starts, a saber cat avatar appears out of nowhere and helps to fight. And I can't remember that if that's a stone he's got or where I got it, but anyway, he's got that. But when we approached Treva's Watch, there was fighting going on. And something had aggroed Stileo and his band, and they were all firing arrows and spells at the people on the outside of Treva's Watch. So we got to engage them with Stileo and his people right off the bat, which was unusual because usually he just sits there and whines, my family's inside, but I'm too much of a pussy to go in and get them. It's like, if my family was inside, I don't care how tired I was, I'd be going in to get my family, for crying out loud. But anyway.
Nor is he.
Yeah, I don't know. That's one of those little storylines that irritates me in Skyrim. There's a few of them that just that make no sense at all. It's just but anyway, so we fought all the outside ones and killed them with Stileo, and then the quest was completed.
Oh, really?
The finishing, I think the finishing stage. Let me scroll down on the UESP here.
I think you just have to open the gate, right?
Oh,
yeah, open the front gate and meet them in the courtyard. And when you meet them, the quest completes as long as you've discovered the back way in. I think that completes the quest. But we went in and spent some time killing the rest of them anyway, and that was a slog. I think I was 26 at the time, and I had just Goldear with me at that point. It was just me and Goldear, so and the cat.
Yeah, I wish I had someone with me. There's also some spell tomes in Treva's Watch. There's the Bound Sword one.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Carriage one, and then at the end you get Detect a Life, I believe.
Yeah, we picked up some good loot in there too.
Yeah,
Detect Life you get from Stileo. That's your reward for
that's the reward,
doing the
right?
thing.
Yeah,
for giving it to him. But was it KR doesn't do alteration magic? Well, he's kind of like a bard. He picks and chooses from all different types of schools, but that's not one of the ones he'd be able to sustain because he uses invisibility and muffle from illusion. But the only problem is he hasn't taken any perks in it. He's level 70 fucking illusion and has no perks in it, which makes it really difficult because it costs a shit ton to try and cast, and then everybody can fucking hear you anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a kind of I'm trying to decide what to do with that with Hans. I want him to do conjuration. I mean, he's going to have very high sneak as a thief. Illusions just seems like the it's the logical one, but I want him to be more of a conjurer once he starts using magic. But it's nice to have that. I think the quiet casting is in illusion, right? That's one of the
yeah.
So
but what was I going to say? Cater is a tiny bit of a necromancer. So he does conjuration, but it takes for fucking ever because there's never a dead body around when you need it. Now I know why all those mods have those store a dead body spells inside it. So you can
just grab Andromeda and do the Andromeda ritual stone. Yeah,
it'll drop one for you periodically.
Yeah,
out of the sky.
Forgotten City had a bunch of them all over the place.
That's true.
Yeah,
because the ritual stone kept dropping them.
Oh God.
I was picking up it was a Drogo whites and carrying them into the next room. And then I'd shoot the Drogo Deathlord with an arrow and then raise up the white. Right, you go get him. Right, Liddy, you go next. I'll stay back here and wait until he's halfway down and then I'll come and join you.
Nice.
I did pick up Meridia's beacon and Treva's.
Oh, really?
Oh, is that where you got it at? Wow.
Yep, that's where I got it.
Because that's level 10 when you get that, right?
Something like that.
So, yeah.
Something in that range. Anyway, that makes sense. Yeah, it was a good. It's a good fort to go through. Good quest line. They basically when you go back there next time, they're not in it. They're back at the campsite. So there's that.
It's like, what? Come on.
So they immediately like lose it again.
The other thing is, I don't remember where his family is, but this time around, I actually didn't find them.
No, that same thing happened to me. I found them. There was like 3 buddies, all piled up.
Yeah, I
in,
did
like
find
a
them.
room.
Yeah,
And I found them. And then he went back, did you see my family? And then it didn't give me the option to say, I think the line was on, yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't think I had the option either.
And I didn't get that option this time.
Really? I thought the only line you had was no, I haven't seen them or something like that. There is a yes, but they're dead line.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was always a line that was sorry, but yes, I did find them.
Really? Okay. Maybe it's just the way you do the quest that.
Maybe, I don't know, or maybe I'm just imagining it. But I always thought that when you asked the question, you had more than just nope.
Huh. Well, and maybe because of the way I did it sort of backwards, that the game never spawned them. But I thought I looked in every little room.
Yeah, they're in like a little side room, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
almost. It's like a
pantry or something.
Yeah, it's like a big closet or something. Yeah. Yeah, and it's saying, yes, you can, of course, jump the wall and do the lever as I was reading through it.
Yeah, I'm looking at the notes now.
Yeah, there's a couple little things like that. But, I mean, that would kind of ruin the quest. Since it's not really getting you through to anything else, it's just a one-off quest. I mean, why just jump the wall?
There you go. We've taken the courtyard. See you later. Good luck with those bandit chiefs inside, and then 30 more orders with him, and then leave.
Yeah, I mean, look, they lose it again anyway, so really, not that big a deal, I guess.
Yeah, the bandits will respawn eventually.
Yeah, and then they end up back out there. It would be nice if it became like a place you could go and like craft and stuff. That would be interesting.
But it says here in the paragraph under the courtyard, it says when he asks about his family, you only have the option to say that you did not find them. So he will then reward you with the detect life.
I must be imagining things again.
Yeah, but I don't know why I didn't find them. Anyway, it's weird. Again, it could be. I mean, I have, unfortunately, it's turned out to be more of a liability than fun, but I don't dare remove Skyrim unhinged, so it does weird things. That may be why they were aggroed when I got there. There's all kinds of little things that drop with that mod.
No, I've seen them get aggro a couple of times. I think there's a couple of times where a bandit will get close on the edge of the wall while they're sitting on the edge, and like a fox runs past, so the bandit will attack the fox.
Oh,
and then he starts shooting near to where where Steleo is and things like that. So probably like maybe a deer or something like that ran across the front of the fort.
Yeah. I also get confused between that one and the one that's farther up the lake that has the wolves in it, which I forget.
Oh, what is that one? Yeah, because I went there accidentally first.
Yeah, it sounds familiar. I think I've done it myself.
I was like, oh, that's Travis Watch, right? And then I was like, oh, no, it's not.
No, you're being eaten by wolves.
Yeah. But it's very similar in that the gate's out front, but they have the wolves inside instead of, yeah. But I went there as well. I forget what that one is called, but I also went past there. Very, very similar thing.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, and one of our other quests was the Book of Love.
The Book of Love.
Not a lot of fighting in this quest, hopefully.
Yeah, really.
So you speak to Dinya.
Although I would like to kill what's his name right off the bat. But anyway, just
you go speak to Dinya at the Temple of Mara in Riften, and you have to go help some people in love to spread the word of Mara and help people find love. So the first one they send you to is that an Iverstead, right? And it's Fastred. Yeah, she's the farmer's daughter.
Of course.
And
where else would they start?
Yeah. and she's in love with Basanias or whatever the hell his name is, and but her father definitely does not want them to be together. From what I gathered, the mother is not really. She seems kind of agnostic about the whole thing. She's not against their relationship, but she's not.
Yeah, she's for Bassianus, but
not for them moving away, right?
I don't know. Yeah, because she's with him now, so she doesn't mind Fastred getting out of town. Basically, she doesn't mind her getting out, but the dad wants her to stay, and she knows that if she goes with Klimek, then she'll stay in Iverstead.
Yes.
Yeah, I think the mother has the more practical viewpoint. Not too surprising.
Yes,
and I kind of agree with her for the most part. But I always, personally anyway, have her go with Klimek, because that guy just drives me. And anybody, pardon my pronunciation, but anybody named Bassianus is not going to be my daughter's lover. No way. So.
Oh my god, that's true. That's his name, actually.
Yeah,
he's such a wet noodle, but
he really is. It's just awful.
When he said like, "Oh, we're gonna go to Rift," and I was like, "Awesome, 2 more victims." So I was like, "Yeah, come to Riften, join the sites. I'll take you around the town myself."
Yeah, of all the places they're gonna move, I feel like Riften probably not the best of choices.
2 wide-eyed idiots just walking with their purse swinging.
Oh my god! Of all the places,
to Riften.
Yeah.
And also, I got to give props. This just occurred to me. I got to give props to that voice actor, because that voice is used in several characters, obviously, as we all know, and it's really good. I mean, he really did a great job making a really nasty kind of slimy sounding.
Oh yeah.
It's unfortunate sometimes it's used on a character who doesn't really. It's not that appropriate, but it's a really good voice.
It is a good voice. I generally, when I do this one, I have them run away together. But this time I didn't. This time I did. I spoke to Klimek, and they stayed in town. So
I can't help liking Klimek, and I hope that eventually they decide to blow Iverstead anyway.
Yeah, really, there's nothing there. I mean,
because his back's starting to hurt. He's getting old. He can't carry that stuff up the mountain anymore.
No, he's got every.
That's what I'm saying. Like Fastred's what? She's like 18. Klimek's like 50.
That's true. That's a good
45.
point.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, he's definitely older.
Medieval times, my friend. Yeah.
Although maybe he just looks
old. I'm
old.
saying he's a bad guy and there's not that much wrong with it, but I'd still rather see the 18-year-old go with the 25-year-old and run off. And that's what she's supposed to do at that age.
Maybe he is 25, but he looks really old from walking up and down that mountain all day every day.
Yeah,
and dealing with the damn gray beard
coming off the throat of the world.
Yeah,
cuts right.
Or the gray beards have been practicing their Fus Rodan and a little too much.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? I mean, if you had to deal with those guys up at the top of the mountain every day, geez, or every time you delivered something, I bet they don't even tip or anything.
That's right.
That's a long
and you
way
got to
up.
Fight the stupid troll to get up there. I
mean, every day you got the troll. He's probably trying to sneak past the troll every day. Poor Klimek.
Throwing a dried kebab at him and then
and he just sleds back down. But Klimek got out of town this time. How did everybody else approach this one?
Yeah, I figured the most evil thing I could do is hook her up with Bassianus.
Awesome. Okay. Good.
Because he is such a slime ball.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
And just think all the horrible things everybody in Riften's going to do to him.
That's true. If you send them to Riften.
And he's just going to walk right up to Maven Blackbird and go,
"Oh my god,
yeah,
I'm sorry. Or is there some reason you need to be talking to me?"
Yeah.
Yeah, and Fastred will probably end up like Fiona at Mistwatch. She'll be some powerful bandit leader, and once she dumps that asshole, and she'll go on to great success, having learned her trade in Riften.
Yeah, she'll run away and take over a camp somewhere, and
yeah,
I can see that. Our next happy couple is we head out to good old Calselmo in Markarth. And he's not great with words, in case you didn't realize, when you speak to him every single time you speak to him.
Why are you bothering me?
Idiots.
Yeah, it's hard to believe he could not win her over on his own.
That always reminds me of The Princess Bride. But
oh my God, yeah, very much so, yeah. Yeah, so despite being a genius of all things Dwemer, he just cannot speak to Feline, who is, of course, the housecarl in Markarth. And so you can, oh God, well, you got to speak to her, then you go speak to Ingvar. So you speak to her, and she's like, I don't really know much about him, basically, because why would she want to know much about him? He's very miserable.
Yeah, talking about age difference, he's got to be, what, 200 years old?
Oh, yeah, Jesus. Yeah.
And she's like 40.
Yeah. It's not even close. Yeah.
But that's okay with you, right? Okay.
Yeah,
I get it. Okay.
Yeah, there's an easy 150 years between the two.
Once you get past 30, then age difference doesn't matter. It's like when it's below that, then it matters.
Yeah.
Because you don't realize that you're going to be a kid until you're dead, until you're 30. You always think, oh, well, when I grow up, no. Once you get over 30, you realize, oh, right, you don't actually grow up. Oh, okay, there we go.
Oh, God. Yeah, so you need to find out more about Feline, so you go to Ingvar, who is hanging out in town.
Who just didn't seem like much of a singer-poet. He's more like Maul, you know?
He really is, but he will give you his golden words. That's for sure. Which is the creepiest line in the game when he says it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much the worst line in the game, right? Is Ingvar speaking to Ingvar.
I'm sorry, this whole quest is full of those. It's
it really is, yeah.
Yeah, they're awkward and kind of cringy. Yeah.
Are you ready to receive my
video
golden
game
words?
love? What do you expect?
Yeah. Well, this isn't BioWare, so you know.
Oh man. So he can be found multiple places. Silverblood Inn, of course, Treasury House. I found him outside. He kind of wanders between the two, but so you can tell Ingvar. You can do it multiple ways. You can tell him Calcimo is interested, or keep it a secret. And either way, he gives you the romantic poem. I just told him who it was and just paid him the money. And then you give Calcimo the letter, and he runs right over. And for me, it was tough. I couldn't listen in because she was in her room, and I wasn't allowed back there. And I really didn't want to start a fight trying to listen to the poem being written or read. So there was that. So she is very touched by Calcimo, and I assume they find love.
But the quest advanced anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't. You don't have to be in the room. You can just let him run over there. You don't even have to go over there.
That's a mistake I made in Iverstead. I as soon as Klimek ran over towards the farm, I took off, and then when I got back to Riften, I realized the quest hadn't advanced.
Oh, yeah.
Run back all the way over to Iverstead and listen to the conversation.
I think if you're close enough by, it kicks off. Like I was outside the room. I just couldn't go in because the one guard was there saying I was trespassing. So.
He's there with a glass. He's leaning up against the door.
Yeah. I'm like, look, I'm just trying to listen to this poem. Like, I'm not up to anything.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I just want to see what's going on here. Let's stand here and laugh together and drink. Let's just have fun. But no, he wouldn't let me back there. So. Oh, Calcimo. Oh my gosh. Calcimo and Ingvar. Oof, that's a crew. And then the final one is the dead couple.
This is actually a sweet one.
It is. This one's I like this one quite a bit. Ruki and Fenrig. There's a couple monuments out in the was it Jukar's monument, and there's actually another unnamed one near where you find him as well, right?
Yes, it's a shrine of some
There's
kind.
a shrine there. So
shrine, yeah.
Yeah. There's these are out in the plains, basically west of Whiterun, essentially in that area. But so once you do the first two, then send you to this final challenge. She'll give you an Amulet of Mara, which you have to put on in order to see them. So you go to the monument, which I had already discovered during Hein's trials, which we didn't talk about yet. I discovered
mud crabs.
Yeah, because the mud crab's right there. So
Yeah, the thing that always gets me on this one is just about the time I start the conversation with Rookie, I get attacked by a wolf.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And so, like, come on, get on with this. I need to kill this thing
as it's attacking you.
And then finally, okay, it's going to kill me. I need to get out and dispatch it. And you got to start all over again. And then the saber cat attacks you.
Oh yeah. If you haven't gone to that area first, the saber cat and the wolves will attack you. Yes, I had been there for the thing, so they were cleared out. But yeah, if that is true, you have to watch out for them. And Rookie's like, there's bodies everywhere. We have to find his body. And you're like, no, there's not. It's like that battle was over a long time ago. But
I chose the wrong speech check. So when I finished talking to her, jumped on the horse, ran all the way over. He was there, but he just wouldn't talk to me. And I was like, yeah, fuck it. So I turned around, run all the way back, go talk to her again.
Oh, man. Yeah, after you get her and use the correct speech checks, you can go find him and then bring him back to her.
Yeah.
And they reunite and pretty quickly fly off into the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's always better to do that at night. If anybody's going to do it in the future, do it at night. Because I've done it during the day and it didn't look that spectacular.
Yeah, I did it during the day too, and I was a little disappointed myself. I agree. At night is better. Just the ghostly figures.
Yeah, there's also a light that goes. Ooh,
oh, okay, nice. Yeah, you get a little more. It's a little more dramatic
ambiance.
Effect. Yeah, that's actually a good thing. Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, you need
production value.
Gotta have that flair.
Yep, exactly. And then you return to Dinya, and she will bestow Mara's blessing upon you, which is a resist magica effect.
I think this is one of the better, rewards of its type. Resist magic is great, along with like an amulet of Zenithar and a couple other things. You can really get yourself
really protect yourself. Yeah.
And I believe that dragon breath is considered magic, right? So
right.
Yes,
so
yes, it is.
You can resist dragons pretty effectively.
That's why dragon skin is really nice against dragons.
Yeah, was it? If you're a Breton, you just need to get whatchamacallit, the Lord Stone, and then this blessing, and you're like, you can get to 85 just with passives,
which is the cap. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Don't you need an amulet as well to get all the way up to the cap?
I think so.
I think
I think you can get a cap. You can get a passive of 65, so 25, and then 50 from the Lord. No,
25.
No, that was it. 25 from the Lord, 25 for being a Breton, and then 15 from Mara. So you can get a 65 passive resistant to magic if you're a Breton, which is.
And I think you get resistance on the alteration tree as well, right?
I think you can. Yeah.
Yeah, 30%. There it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's your 85.
There you go.
Or 95.
Yeah, I had that and dragon skin, and you're just getting a nice, getting your hair dry. Looks like a hair dryer.
Yeah.
With the dragons.
Thanks for the blow dry, dude. Yeah.
Didn't want a Brazilian blow up, but it's all right.
Oh, you know what? We did not put the second part of the Mara quests on there, which was the hand out the pamphlets.
Yeah, if you speed through the speech checks, you'll end up with a stack of pamphlets in your inventory.
Yeah, I went and did it. Yeah.
I knew that was coming. And
what are these for?
Bye.
Yeah, you got to hand out 20 pamphlets, which is a pain in the ass. But if you go to and you can't give it to guards or anything, and you can't give it to every person. It's only certain people. Oh.
Yeah.
I did find 20 people eventually, but I had to actually go out to the stables to find the 20th. It was a complete pain, but yeah. So if you're not careful, you could end up with a stack of pamphlets handing them out. So there's that. Oh God. Well, since we're near Riften, I guess we can do Promises to Keep, which is actually in Riften. Starts out. You find good old Louis Latrush over at he's at the Being the Barb in Riften. He's just leaning against the wall, as are like 4 other people in that bar.
And they all have to say something as you walk by.
Of course, yeah. And good old Sam is sitting at the bar if you're high enough level. What's his name? Sam Guinevere or whatever his name. Garvain. That's it. Sam Garvain. Yeah. Who you can get drunk with. But we didn't add that to this, did we? Oh, or is that a
Daedric?
That's a Daedric. That's right.
And I think it's he spawns randomly.
Yeah, that's a fun quest. Yeah, but
that's one of Andrew's favorite because he gets to have a goat as a follower.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the goat is part of that quest. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, that's right. That's where you can get the goat. So Lois is hanging out, and you can speak to him about this horse Frost. So he has purchased it from a guy, Sibby Blackbriar, who's in jail because he didn't own Frost and he sold it.
I know he killed somebody.
That's right.
In jail.
Yeah.
He killed his fiance's brother.
That's right. That's why he's locked up.
Yeah, he's locked up with all the amenities of fucking home.
Well, yeah.
With his fucking carpet and his fancy
He is a
bed
Blackbriar.
and his steak.
Oh, isn't it Maven's son?
Yeah, it's Maven's son,
Yeah.
I persuaded the guard to get in, and it was successful, but you can also bribe them.
I've got the amulet of articulation, which is awesome. So that's what you get at the end of the Thieves Guild quest. So 20% persuasion checks nearly almost always work, and it also counts as light armor. So I get an armor bonus to that as well. So,
nice.
And
yeah, I think you only need a skill level of 60 anyway, because which is where Hannes is right now. So he's pretty good with persuasion checks as well.
Yeah, I had already been to the Blackbriar Lodge also after this point. Obviously, you go to the Blackbriar Lodge to get the papers and the gold and the horse. But it was filled up with bandits again, basically.
Or mercenaries.
Yeah, whatever they're technically called there. Yeah, the Blackbriar mercenaries or whatever they're called.
Yeah, I managed to. He has a little stash there as well, I think, Sibby. Mm-hmm. So you can say, "Oh, hey, I could be persuaded to go." And then I immediately went and told Maven Blackbriar everything because I'm not an idiot. And she was like, "Well, just play it out. Just carry on going," because apparently she's got history, and in quotes with Louis, and it's like. Gross. Okay. And then I headed off to her house. Managed to sneak in and get the Baron's Eye Stone and his money and the deed of ownership without killing anybody, which was nice.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. I only had to kill the 2 guys outside. I didn't have any issues inside, but I, of course, cleared it out, so it was pretty empty.
Yeah, no, it wasn't empty for us. It was filled with mercenaries wearing steel plate.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they're all wearing steel plate, yes.
Yeah. But we stole it all and got the stash, which contained 1 garnet and 26 gold. I felt like going back and shooting him in the face.
Oh man, that's a heck of a payment.
Yeah, boy, it was a real good extra. Well, you get good payment from Latrush, but this was supposed to be Sibby's, little. And then I screwed up the rest of it because I didn't want to go. I have reasons that Hannes doesn't want to get involved with Maven right now.
Yeah,
but I did not. I just essentially gave him the papers and missed my chance to get Frost. He just rode away. I don't know if you can go back and get Frost later or not.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if it's still there or not.
Yeah, I threatened him and said, if I don't leave with Frost now, I'm going to tell Maven anywhere.
You get a persuade and an intimidate options as well. But the first option is just to give him the papers, and he says, "Thank you very much," gives you the reward, and off he goes.
Yeah. He just jumps on the horse and he walks off. But I took the horse, so I got Frost now. He's pretty good. He gets into a bit too many fights for my liking, but it's fine.
He's only second best to Shadowmere.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I think that they was either Frost trots a little bit faster, but Shadowmere, can sprint for longer, or that's reversed. It's one of the two, I think. Or
plus Shadowmere's immortal.
He can die.
Can die.
Michael will tell you.
Can die.
No, but if he dies, you just go back to the little pond where you first found him, and he'll come back.
Eventually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it takes a while to respawn, though. He doesn't respawn right away. I'm just reading the USP. He said if you let him go, the horse I noticed he rode towards Fort Greenwall. I gather he gets attacked there, and the horse gets killed. So that's it for Frost. I did try stealing him, but I got into a fight with Louis, and then I got a bounty, and I didn't try stealing him until I was a little too close to Riften, and then the guards got involved, and it got really nasty. So I just reloaded and went with it.
Was it but when I just showed up, I was like doing some other stuff. I was selling some crap because I'm trying to get like loads of money. But I turned up at Whiterun, and Louis Latruche is standing out by Whiterun stables.
Really?
Just hanging around.
Huh.
But when you fast travel, that's where the horse ends up, and he's standing right next to Frost now. Every time I fast travel,
really?
Whiterun, he's standing right next to Frost.
Oh, that's funny.
Got my eye on you.
Oh man.
Oh well.
Yeah, this is the first time I've done this quest. I didn't really know what to expect, and I had Shadowmere because I completed the Dark Brotherhood, but I'm not even really sure what happened in the final exchange. But I didn't kill him, and I ended up with the horse, and I didn't I didn't realize I ended up with the horse until I fast traveled back to my house. And now all of a sudden he's there, and Shadowmere wasn't. I'm like, this is weird. What happened? So I'm not sure.
Well, they're both good horses, so
yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Well, Shadowmere finally came back.
I think there's a conversation you have with the last guy where he'll end up giving you the horse. I don't know if you threaten them or I can't. It's been a long time since I did it that way.
Yeah, and I haven't seen him again, so it's not like he's stalking me or anything.
I think if you get on Shadowmere and fast travel while you're on Shadowmere, it should keep that as your primary horse.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully, because if not, you're going to be keeping on getting on Frost now. Because it'll say, I think then if you get a horse after another horse, then that succeeds the previous horse, and that ends up that one comes with you when you fast travel.
Yeah, my last save I saw Shadowmere, so I'll go hop on him, and because he definitely goes better with the outfit.
True.
Yeah, I'm actually wearing a full. I don't know whether I said this earlier on, but the Thieves Guild armor, the Guild Master's outfit, the whole set. So nice. I've got nothing else on, which is kind of weird for me. Usually I'll have like my own armor and.
You get a bonus for wearing the full set, right?
No, not that I remember. The only one I remember that being on is the one over in Solstheim. The Death Brand armor.
Death Brand, yeah.
I think so. You get 4 pieces, then you're dual wield. Speaking of that, there's a follower over there I want to get. To replace Lydia, because I'm doing a lot of dual wielding and it's a lot of fun, and there's a badass at dual wielding over there from the Unearth quest, the one with you have to dig out the barrow. I've forgotten his name. He's got a named pickaxe on him as well.
Oh, Revan. Is it?
Yeah,
Revan?
Revan. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
No, not Revan. Revan's isn't he the mercenary? I'm talking about the. Oh, I can't remember his name, but he's the dark elf that's at the.
Yeah, you have to
Lord
keep
Bergrun.
money, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was. Yeah, I don't remember. Whoever he is.
Is it Revan Sudaris?
I thought it was something like that. Yeah, because the mercenary has a different name, and that's escaping me now too.
Yeah. Well, anyway, he's apparently a badass dual wielder because he's made an enemy or something like that. When he dual wields, he moves faster than everybody else in the game.
Really?
He does. Yeah, he does more damage than anybody else. So.
Even faster than Mercer Frey, huh?
Yeah. So, oh, that was an interesting fight. But luckily, I had lots of invisibility potions because I couldn't cast invisibility at that time because I was still too low level. But I had loads of visibility potions on me, and I had a staff of Flame Atronach. So I kept on bringing her up, and she was lighting him up.
Nice.
And we also had Repentance,
yeah.
which is a Darklight Tower, obviously, and where I picked up my follower. So you can hear about, either wander past it and just go in, or you can hear about it in Riften. It's some of the guard talk, that'll pop up. So it's another one that's west of Riften, south along the edge of the mountains there. And you go in, and as you walk in, Ilya is killing someone. a witch, basically. She's like, no, I had to. They're trying to sacrifice people. I had to do it. And you basically go through Darklight Tower with it. And she's pretty tough. So there's the Hag Raven that's relatively tough, but the other witches you come across, she'll take care of them pretty easily.
Yeah, they go down pretty fast.
Yeah, she's got that frost. What's the one she's throwing? She's throwing ice spikes and the frost that's on the ground. I forget what it is.
A wall of elements.
Yeah, something like, I don't know.
Blizzard or something? Or
what's that?
Blizzard?
Maybe that's what it is. But yeah,
Blizzard's the one that surrounds you. It's,
that's right. She does have,
but
that
it's
too.
like a big wind of ice.
Yeah.
Well, she had when I was running through there, she had icy spear, so it was just those big fuck off long icy spears of sticking out of Thingy's head and things like that. Yeah, she was just tearing that. Even like me and Lydia, I was just sneaking behind, and then her and Lydia, mostly she'd kill everything in the way, and then. She takes care of one Hag Raven, and then you go through. There's a room on the first section. There's a room that says you requires a key to be able to get into.
Yeah.
Couldn't get into it.
I couldn't either.
Me either.
Is that another quest or something?
I don't know. Not that I'm aware of.
I looked everywhere. I looked in all the bodies. I didn't find a key.
Yeah.
Went upstairs, got the key from the other Hag Raven to open the other door because it was a master lock. Could have opened it, but I want to kill the Hag Raven and get all the stuff.
Yeah.
She had a key, opened that door. I thought, oh, maybe it's this key. So when I finished the quest, came all the way down, tried the door, not that key.
Yeah, I don't know. I had the same issue. Yeah, I couldn't get in that door either.
Speaking of which, I had that happened to me at the Blackbriar Manor. I got the Blackbriar Lodge key, and it wouldn't open the side door.
I don't think it opens that door for some reason.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why.
Okay.
Weirdly enough, I don't know why.
Right. Doesn't matter. He's got good lock picking skills.
Yeah.
Back to the other one. Sorry.
I'm not sure why it doesn't open that one, as a matter of fact, because I had the key also, and I had to pick the lock to go in that way. It's really annoying, actually. But yeah, so we go all the way up to the top of Darklight Tower, and then you're back outside. Right before you're about to go back outside, Ilya turns to you and it's like, this is it. I'm gonna kill her, but you have to trust me here. And the first time you play this, obviously, you have no idea if you're supposed to trust her or not. You're just kind of hoping. So she basically wants to pretend you're the sacrifice.
Yeah, I'm like, Yeah.
This is a great idea. As I stumbled across your evil lair on the road and decided to help.
Yeah, so it was right at this point that I had a glitch. She went aggro on something down on the ground, at the bottom of the tower.
Yeah.
And so, but she couldn't get to it, so she couldn't kill it.
Oh, God.
And so she was just locked in this, continuous, shouting out threats to whatever it was down on the ground,
and wouldn't go anywhere.
So I had to console her to the next set.
And then at that point, down there,
he was, but I don't think that's what she was after. There was also a bear and a spider down there too. But so it skipped the whole sitting and being a sacrifice.
Oh, okay.
And just went straight into kill the mother.
Attack, just into the battle part of that. Where again, we is very helpful in attacking the mother, and takes her out pretty quickly.
Yeah, I even jumped out of the chair to try and sort of and note it was over really quick.
Yeah.
She's not very powerful.
No. Yeah, I tried the same thing. I was like, I got up and I'm like, oh, okay, it's time. And then I was like, oh, well, never mind. She's dead. That was that. There you go.
Yeah. So for me, she conjured a storm atronach.
Oh, really? Well, that makes sense. Yeah.
Well, who, the enemy or Ilya?
Oh,
no, the mom.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
wow.
And Ilya was still, threatening whatever was down on the ground. So she never even entered into the fight.
Oh, so you were fighting her. Oh, okay. Oh, man. And then you get her staff, which is the staff of Hag's Wrath, and talk to Ilya after everything's done, after Sylvia's killed, and you can then also take her with you if you want, because there's really nothing there for her anymore. She's
so what is her main sort of, so to speak, power? Does she use the ice spike or
the ice spike is her main one, I would say.
It depends on what level she's at.
Yeah, that too. Where I'm sitting when I got her, I was like 23, whatever, 24. So she's using the ice spike. So
Icy Storm, I think that.
Icy Storm, that's it. Yeah, and then she has the Ice Cloak or Blizzard, whatever it's called.
Yeah, she has that as well.
Yeah,
and then you can go out the back way. You've got that. Thing, and if you go out and then hanging left, you go all the way down. You find this like dwarven ruin, which has this not ruin but like ruins, so you can't go in anywhere. It's got no door.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a wisp mother there and like a chest or something. But what I went to the right and carried on going all the way up, and I found a bloody Nordic ruin.
Yep.
Oh,
with a troll in it.
With a troll in it. I was like,
yeah,
I've never seen you here, you bastard. Come here, you little fuck. I went in there and sort of like had a good root round in the chest. I was like, either I don't remember being here or I've never actually been up here.
I had the same experience. I don't think I've ever gone up that way. I've always been intrigued by the dwarven ruin that you can't get into, and wonder what the heck that is.
I'm gonna have to head back up there again, double check it. I don't know if I've been there. It hasn't been in quite a while.
I mean, it's a named ruin, right? But is it part of anything? Can you ever get into it?
I want the dwarven one.
Yeah.
No, it's just what should we call it?
Dressing. Window dressing.
Yeah, like the one where you get the shard for that quest, where you get the crown, where you just go up there to the right, and it's just.
You mean the one that starts at Arkinthams?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you could remember the name of it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that. So it's just like a dwarven outpost type thing, and you can't sort of get in anywhere.
Is that ruins of Rickland or Ruckend?
Something like that. Yeah, Rickland. Yeah. Does it say anything about it? Did you find any intel on it?
I just found the name of it.
I wonder if it was part of a quest that got dumped.
That could have been as well. One that didn't get done or finished.
Yeah, because it's got a location marker on it,
Mm-hmm.
a name, so you think it'd have something.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it was just an unfinished piece.
Yeah, I don't see anything on it.
Yeah. Well, we went up and killed that troll too. So, and then there's lots of good mushrooms in there too. If you're into alchemy, there's lots of good.
That's the glorious thing about Cater's playthrough. He doesn't do any alchemy whatsoever at all. He picks up fucking nothing.
Huh.
The only thing he had to go and pick up was a Daedra heart from Moth and in Markarth. And that was it. And he gave him an Ebby helmet. I was like, fuck me, thank you, Moth. I was looking for one of these.
Yeah, and Mjol the Lioness was my follower.
Oh, really?
And I had her for a while, but she doesn't really, like evil players.
Yeah.
And so once I got Ilya, I swapped him out. So she's now the follower when I need a follower.
There you go. I like Ilya a lot. So
yeah,
although she is hyper aggressive, I had Ilya for doing the Frost quest. And the first time we got to Blackbriar Lodge and she killed Frost because I attacked the two bandits outside and then Frost got all riled up and she killed Frost. So like the quest ended and I was like, could you wait?
Put it down just a little bit.
Yeah, so I made her wait down the hill the next time and did it again. But then we got over to what's his name, Jackass, to give him the horse, and she's killing him and putting him on the ground every 5 seconds. And I'm like, oh God, I'm never gonna be able to talk to him, Jesus, because he won't talk to you when he's fighting. So it's like, oh, and she's never gonna stop putting him on the ground. So I'm gonna have to. I'm still like kind of stuck in limbo at the end of that quest, so I'm gonna have to, I don't know, run away and then hope she follows me, and then go back again. And now that the spiders and stuff are cleared out of that area, so
I'm using a little grouping of mods that I put together by Mihail. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with Mihail, but he does all kinds of interesting and fascinating creature mods. But he's done a lot of little forest creatures, including rats and hummingbirds and skunks and certain kinds of deer and moose and stuff like that. But one of the big problems with them is that they have a tendency to aggro people. And so particularly with the hummingbirds, which fly around and you can't see them, and they're like little tiny insects. And if they get aggroed, then everybody around them does too. And you can't figure out why everybody's shooting at something. And the guards are running around and it's just a freaking hummingbird.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's a pain in the ass.
That's kind of amazing.
But it actually adds a little bit of spice to the game. But Riften got pretty crazy there for a while with the hummingbird and 2 rats.
I bet.
Yeah, and then a dragon attacked. It was laughing.
Console command: kill all.
I've done that. Yeah.
And then just walk out.
The problem is in a place like Riften, you'll kill a lot of NPCs that you don't want to kill.
Half the town. Yeah.
Most things that won't die will take a knee. But
oh God.
Yeah.
Well, our final quest is, of course, Kind's Sacred Trials. One of an enjoyable quest that I do relatively often. But it's one that you can easily miss, because if you don't head to Froki's cabin, you can. It's you're not going to come across it generally unless you head up there. So his shack.
I was wondering why I would go there, but then I thought, maybe Cater being thingy, he heard something about an orphan.
Oh, that's possible.
From Helgen getting taken up. And
good call.
He was at Helgen, so I was like, yeah, all right, maybe he's going to check up on Hemming, make sure he's all good.
Yeah, at least you have that connection with him in the cabin or in the shack as well, to the rest of the area. Because really, Froki doesn't come down at all. Unless you were to come across his bow somehow in Grey Winter before going there this time.
Yeah.
and then kind of discover him through that somehow. I mean, that's really the only other way I could think of to work him in.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're just like riding out into the wilderness in the middle of fucking nowhere, and then walking into some poor bastard's shack for no reason.
Yeah, it's up on a hill, not near anything, hidden away.
Well, you might be hunting or something.
True, you could stumble across it hunting, I guess. Yeah,
or hear somebody breathing.
It's not far from an Imperial camp, so you can see it from there.
True.
So there are other sort of role play reasons to go there, but not many.
Yeah, not a lot. Yeah. So Froki, he is not a fan of the divines. He is big into the traditional, the Nordic tradition that honor kind, and he'll grant you the blessing if you seek out the guardian beasts of Skyrim and do the sacred trials. So.
And we meet him, a young man who we've met 10 years later.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know.
Hey, 10 years later. Oh, yeah. No. I know what you're talking about now. Yeah. Okay, that's right. That clicked. Yeah. No, I do. It's a different show.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, so to make the first part of this a little bit more interesting, I decided to do it with a bow. And I had zero perks in archery. So it's whatever dark elves are set to begin with. So it was probably like 15.
Right?
Yeah, I think it is 15, yeah.
So, because it was going to be just,
oh yeah,
way too simple. Otherwise.
Mud crab, skeever, and wolf. Yeah, yeah. The mud crab's only a little bit of a pain because there's like a bunch of other mud crabs, but I mean it's not really that hard. The skeever, something else was. I think there was something chasing me with this. Did I run through a giant camp? Maybe is there a giant camp near the skeever?
There is, yeah.
Yeah. I had a giant.
If you're running through the forest, if you're not running along the road, then yeah.
I ran through the forest. Yeah, so the giant and the mammoth were chasing me.
Ah, right.
So I killed the skeever, hid in the
Windward Ruins.
In Windward Ruins, and then did my best to kill the giant and mammoth from inside the ruins, so I didn't get killed in like a second. So yeah, the skeever and obviously mud crab super easy, but the giant and mammoth were not super easy.
No.
And the wolf, is in Falkreath.
Right by your house.
Oh yeah, it is. That's right. It's right below your house.
I got up my tower and started throwing rocks at him.
Awesome. So after you do those, you return to Froki, and then he lets you know about the next set, which is the bear, the mammoth, and the saber cat.
No, I thought we were only supposed to do just the first three for this time because that's what it said in the on the schedule. But were we supposed to do the whole thing?
Oh no, I did the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Were we supposed to?
We only did the first three.
Yep.
Oh, did we only write the first three? We'll only talk about the first three then. Sorry, guys. You got to do the rest later.
That's cool.
I did them.
I figured I thought this one was going to be.
No, that makes sense because because it works
our
out.
Segue into the next episode,
and it works out well because the other ones are near other areas, branch out into other areas too. Falkreath, Winterhold, right? Yeah. They get you up a little further north at least with the Winterhold one. Yeah. Yes. I did them all.
Stay tuned for the next episode in which we have no idea what quests we're doing.
Yes, we have to break down the quests. That's definitely going to happen. We'll have to get a list of about 10 quests together that are in the what was it, the Morthal area?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of good ones. I think
there should be a bunch in that area because you have a pretty wide area to work off of.
Well, it spans. I think it spans more than just that area. But for instance, the Galder amulet.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah,
that's a good one to go in there.
That is
I've just got to finish that one off actually.
Yeah.
Cool.
He picked up Lost Legends, and he was like, "Oh," because he's a thief, but he wants to be like awesome, like thief guy because he's best thief. So he only goes for the like really really expensive, high end stuff. So, and he loves enchanting, like really expensive magical stuff. So he heard about the gold amulet, so that sounded like something that he would definitely want to have.
Yeah.
Something that is a prized possession of ancient power. So he's got the 3 pieces now. I just finished that earlier before we started. He's just got to go and put them together. So
cool.
we'll save that until next round if you're going to add it in.
Yeah, well, there's other. I mean, like, are we going to do? Can we add in things? Well, so we're going to do stuff that's in the area of the Reach and Morthal, or are we going to go as far as the Reach?
I think I don't see why not.
Because we could do like the one that starts at that dwarven ruin that I keep mentioning.
Yes, yeah. Where an earthquake happens as you're running past it.
Yeah, that's in there. I mean,
that's a very good one, and that's a nice. That's a longer quest as well.
Yep.
So that would be a good one.
There's the lighthouse quest in Solitude.
Yeah, that's a great one. Maybe we should save that one for when we're up by. Oh wait. Yeah. No, because where's this house end up?
It's right across from Solitude. You can see.
Yeah, that's right. This is the one where the house ends up. Yeah, because these houses are not near where they're supposed to be.
Yeah, like Ortheim and Fall Gunther are near there.
Yeah.
And stuff. And there's lots of stuff in Eastmarch and the Pale.
You gotta watch out for Draugr at that house.
Oh yeah.
Which house? Oh, because they migrate down from whichever is it, Fall Gunther that they migrate down from.
I think so. The one that's across from Solitude.
Yeah.
That one's always attacked by Draugr.
Yeah, it is actually. You're right. Yeah.
And what's the? Is it Ortheim that's just south of there? Or the one. It's part of another quest.
It's part of a main. Is it part of the main quest?
Is it?
No, not the main quest.
Isn't the one? It's the Fire Priest mask.
It's always got a couple of bandits camped outside.
There's a camp right there. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember which one that is. Yeah. Is there a dragon priest in there?
No, not that one. Isn't that where you go to get the horn of Jurgen Windcaller?
You're right. Okay, you're right. Yeah, so that's part of the main. Yeah, we're not doing that one. Well, there's a bunch of other stuff in there. There's a whole mess of cool side quests. There's the Patema quest.
Yep, Patema's up there.
Comes out of Solitude. There's
the Wolf Queen.
Yeah,
that is a good one.
Yeah, it is. These are all meaty quests.
Yeah, the one that I was thinking of, where you're talking about the ruins out by.
No, there's also the Bard's quest.
I can't remember her name, but she's looking for a scroll that proves that she's a descendant of somebody or something or other.
Right? Yeah. Is she the one that? No. She's not the one with the Argonian companion. That's a different one.
Yeah, that's the Ironbind quest.
Yeah.
This is the one where I can't
Her
remember.
name starts with an A, doesn't it? Something.
Yeah,
like that?
Anga's quest or something.
Oh, Anga's. Yeah.
And was it at the very end? She gives you a flaming familiar spell, which is pretty different.
That's over. No, but that one's that's not in that area. That's over near the Pale. That's near Fort Dunstad, isn't it? Her quest where you. Oh no, I'm sorry. Never mind. I'm thinking of a different one. Never mind. Forget that's Iron.
Too many fucking quests.
Yeah. That are started by. Where is Anselvund? Because that's another one with Lua Alskaven. That's another side quest that doesn't.
Oh, that's north of Riften.
Is it? Okay, all right.
That's near Craigling Cavern. You know where the steamer operators are.
Yeah.
So that's just near there. Because I've just gotten the quest because I'm like helping out everybody in Riften at the moment to get so I just got to go and take care of that. What's his name? Skinner or something like that. His name is, I think.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
He's pretty
take care of him. Yeah, he's definitely going to be, because all my bandit chiefs are now in the Nordic carved, so he's definitely going to be in Nordic carved with a big two-handed thingy. But I'll send Liddy in there and then come up behind him with immobilize and immolate.
Excellent.
Yeah, so we definitely have a bunch of quests to work off of. And so feedback, if anybody has feedback, it's skyrimbookclub.ca@gmail.com, and we'll get a feedback episode together. I guess the feedback episode we can, or we can just do another weekend episode where we break down the quests real quick.
We can do a feedback plus vote for the quest maybe or something. I don't
think
know.
that's a good idea. I'll get a list together. We have a pretty good list going.
I listened to that feedback question. They're all great. Kenneth's one is a fantastic backstory, but I love the recording. I can't remember his name. Done with the orc voice. Sort of like a voice. Voice acted it through his what do we call it? Through his feedback. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. That was awesome.
Yeah, no, they were all three of them were really, really good. So hopefully, all you guys send us more, please.
Yeah,
yes, definitely.
Please do. And then we'll definitely do that, and we'll also do getting our quests together, which I think we have a good start. So the Arkanthams one is pretty long, so we'll probably we can do that with less quests in the episode too, because
there's a few fetch quests like the lady in Markarth who wants you to pick up her statue of Debella.
The Debella,
like that.
There's
simple ones like that we can throw in there.
Yeah, since that one's a little more involved.
Is that also the one where you can get the little girl?
Oh, up by Markarth?
The one
the Sybil of Debella.
Yeah, the Sybil.
Oh.
But that's Daedric though, right? So
is it Daedric?
I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's that Daedric. Yeah, where you can get. Oh, she's locked up with the Force. So yeah. Oh, there's the one where
no, it's not. It's divine, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a divine.
Debella.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's not a.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Daedric. I thought we weren't doing any of those, but that's fine because if we are, then we can do Meridia as well, right? Or that's Daedric. So,
Yeah, it's divine because we've already done Mara. So
yeah, we did Mara. Yeah. So Debella would make sense. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that gives us that too. And what's the mine right outside of Markarth, like east of Markarth, where there's the town where they're.
That's Karth Wasteland.
Karth Wasteland.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So we have.
Yeah, and there's also the mine full of gold. That's a quick little quest. If you trigger it, the miners want you to clear out. Kolskegger, is it?
Yeah, the one right by.
That one's tough though.
Yeah,
right by the bridge. Yeah, they can be tough. Yeah, full of.
Because you got to take care of the Forsworn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. They're right down below.
We all love the Forsworn.
Yeah, they're always great, fun.
Do we even want to consider the Forsworn conspiracy, or is that way too involved?
We could.
All right, there's all things to think about anyway. So.
Yeah, because if you do Arkanthams
this one's pretty open,
Yeah, because that's not really affiliated with anything. I mean, technically, I guess you could say the Forsworn are a faction, but you couldn't really join them anyway in any meaningful way.
Yeah.
I wish they made it a little more meaningful if you did join them, actually. But
it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you could actually go, like, use them as traders or or whatever. That'd be fun.
Yeah, there's and there aren't really any mods that even attempt to do that. The closest you can get is a mod that turns Red Eagle into an actual Forsworn type Draugr or whatever, just so it fits more with the storyline. But
an alternate start, you can play a Forsworn, but all it does is it gives you access to Drudak Redoubt and makes you wanted by the Markarth guards.
Yeah.
Not
I'm
that I
actually
haven't
wanted
gone
by the
and killed all
Mark
the.
cards.
You're wanted by them.
Aren't we all? Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, I know.
Safest
I
city in
spent
the
time
reach.
just killing the Mark Karth cards.
Yeah, that's the greatest thing about being sneaky. I do all kinds of stuff, and nobody wants me.
Nobody knows. Yeah, not wanted at all. You need the what was it called? The gray fox mask.
Mm.
Oh, by the way, it was the anniversary of Oblivion, right? Or something? No. 25th anniversary of Elder Scrolls, I think, this week or something.
Wow.
I thought I saw that.
Yeah, it's coming up, I think.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Bethesda, Elder Scrolls
Yep.
25. I've seen it on Twitter.
I think they, I think Bethesda tweeted it out or something. Yeah, 25 years coming up. Yep.
Wow. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, so 25 years of Elder Scrolls. And in 25 years, we'll have Elder Scrolls 6. Just think. It's right around the corner, everyone.
It's 3 or 4 years away. Come on.
It'll be here before you know it. All right. Well, until next time when we hopefully have a feedback episode. Don't forget Skyrim Addict Podcast.
In a few weeks. And next weekend we have a Skyrim 10AD.
Oh, 10AD coming up. Yeah. I thought I had lost the lost episodes. So there's that, but I found them. They were lost under the couch for a few minutes, and then I found them. Because they're on a flash drive.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, where'd that flash drive go? And I was like, nobody knows. And it slid under the couch. So the lost episodes were lost and refound.
Good.
And they were between the cushions the whole time.
Yeah. So we'll probably have a lost episodes after this. And then and we were also talking about 10AD getting its own feed along with this feed. It would be essentially, if you listen to it here, we would be starting it over on that feed from episode 1, just for other people to be able to find it a little more easily, who aren't looking specifically for Skyrim, so to speak.
Right.
So I just gotta get that up and running, but that'll be like starting from episode 1 again and be a normal release time.
That'd be cool.
Basically.
Draw in some D&D people.
Yeah, I figured it would be easier for people to find. It just makes sense. So
Yeah, it'd be fun because you get. Oh crap!
as Juan dies on us.
You get D&D people and Skyrim people and combination of both. Maybe that'd be interesting.
Yep. Yeah.
Have you seen their Kickstarter?
Oh yeah, for Critical Role.
7.8 million they've raised.
Crazy.
Who has? Wizards?
Critical Role. You know the show I watch? They wanted to do an animated feature of their characters from the first season. Wow. So they said, our target to get the first episode is 750,000. They're at 7.8 million. They're doing an entire 10-part series.
Wow.
They're the 10th most funded thing on Kickstarter ever.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and I still haven't I still haven't donated yet, or whatever you call it, or sort of like added in because PC, and then I got my fucking utilities quarterly bill, fucking just electricity and gas of 3 months worth. I was like, motherfucker! But I got it 28 days. I think it's 28. Another 20.
Oh, until it closes
days,
up. Yeah.
Until it kicks off. So until it ends.
Yeah.
So that's another month that I can wait until I can sort of that, so I don't have to dip into anything. And doing some pretty decent rewards at the moment.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm trying to save up to get new windows in my home.
Oh, there they are. They're at 7.9 million.
Good Lord.
7.9 million.
Yeah, their max goal. Their max goal is 8.8 million. They'll allow them to do a 10 series arc, and the most famous arc from the entire campaign 1, which is the Briarwoods arc.
Wow.
Vampire. Basically, one of the players, his character backstory didn't kick off until 2 years into the campaign. And when it finally came around to where his backstory started kicking in, he had built an entire city and passed the entire city onto his DM, and the DM just his background was a noble, so he used to live in the castle and used to run the entire domain. Well, his family did. He was just the son of the family, and then they got kicked out by killed by vampires, and he was tortured and sort of he eventually got away and sold his soul to a demon, and it's just all this big long backstory. And he built the entire city of Whitestone. So he put all the blacksmiths, all the people who worked at the blacksmiths, the inn, all the people who worked at the inn came up with backstories raw, all within 2 years, and then sort of gave it to Matthew Mercer, the DM.
Wow.
And the DM just sort of played out everybody in the entire city and brought all the other players into this guy's backstory. It was absolutely amazing.
That's pretty cool.
They're hoping to get it done by 2020. I'll send you the link when it's finally out, and you can watch it and enjoy.
Damn.
Who are they going to get to do that for them?
Oh, well, they're all voice actors, so they wanted to done it perfectly, and they said it's going to be the cartoon that it's going to be. It's an animation, but it's for adults. It's not for kids. If you want to show it to your kids, watch it first, and then make sure that you think that it's appropriate for them.
Yeah.
So it's going to be in the most of them grew up on Batman the Animated Series.
Oh,
and stuff
yeah.
like that. So serious animation. So they've got. Hopefully, it's going to be amazing. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
there's certainly other connections to get good animators.
Yeah, they're using Titmouse.
Oh.
I don't know if you know them, but he looks a bit of a loon, the guy who owns it. But
I guess he's
look
not...
at Victor, and he's awesome. So
oh, it's well. And if you want all the episodes that are currently recorded of 10AD, except I think maybe 3 that I have to post still, they are available on our Patreon for $1, and they're all there, as well as a lot of other stuff on there. Actually, there's all kinds of stuff on the Patreon posted all the time. Do we have anything else?
Oh, Pat's Let's Play.
Oh, tons of Fallout Let's Play. Fallout, yeah. He's doing
Fallout
the
3 Let's Play.
Fallout 3, yeah.
And you can follow along with Hannes on my YouTube feed, which now has its own URL.
Oh, that's right. That's right. The update. What is it? What is the update?
It's just YouTube/C/the open world. So
nice. There we go. We have official YouTube name now. And then
thanks to Keith, really. Keith's the one who put me at 100. So,
did he? Awesome.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep.
He had 10 accounts?
He had 10 accounts. Keith subscribed with every account he has in the house. And then, of course, there's the Fallout 76 roundtable going on, correct?
Yes, indeed. Every Thursday night.
See? They're partying up in 76, which I am looking at right now in the box, in the plastic, in the shelf in front of me.
Well, there's only a couple of more days left to join the Fashnacht parade, so don't wait too long.
I played exactly an hour and 40 minutes of it, and that was it.
You'll get your witch mask, your monster mask, your soldier mask, and owl mask. Guaranteed.
Wow.
If you do those are always the ones that end up dropping. But so actually a member of our community is internet famous now because she is noted in several different outlets as the one person that's ever gotten a different mask.
Oh.
Jen got the sun mask when she was playing, and she is the only one that Reddit's been able to find that has one. So
that's impressive.
Yep. So I've seen her posted on several different sites as proof that they do exist.
Oh, jeez. Well, at least somebody has proof, right?
Yep. I got a new PC, and so in order to get everything set up, you got to start up Skyrim before the mod manager will take over. And so I started playing vanilla Skyrim, and oh wow. It's like a totally different game. I don't even know how it works.
That brings up one more thing. I know you got to run, Michael, but we are still planning to do a mod talk sometime soon, I think. So,
oh, cool.
We'll put that together.
Awesome.
Ray and I, and maybe Steve and whoever else we can find. Maybe we'll do 2 because I don't know anything about Fallout mods right now. So,
oh yeah,
a Skyrim one and a Fallout one.
That sounds good.
Yeah, so my character's name is Van Nilla.
That's a pretty good name, actually. I like that. Oh God.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah.
I got it for getting to level 58.
Oh, there you go.
So I just achieved that today.
Nice.
Is he an ice mage?
No, it's a wood elf. He's a sneaky archer.
The only way to play the game.
Missed opportunity, if you ask me.
Oh man. All right. I actually have to go to a movie. I totally forgot. Well, that has been episode 2 of the Hearthfire Roundtable. Please send your feedback, skyrimbookclub.ca. Check out all the other shows, Chatterbox, Fallout Feed, ASA Game Talk, which Jeremy said is going to be coming back again. Randomly does some stuff and all that. And we'll be back.
Talking about the Division 2, I think.
Yes, Division 2. That's what he's been in. He loved the Division 1. I do know that.
Yes, he did.
So we will be we'll be back again, probably in March? Probably in April sometime, I would assume.
With the feedback.
Yeah, because since it's already March, end of March almost.
Cool.
Because I think I'm away next. I don't even know the dates anymore. Yeah, it'll have to be April because next weekend is the end of March. So there is that. So and then hopefully we'll have episode 3 buttoned up. So keep an eye out for that, and just click on the link on the website for the quests. It'll be updated right there on that doc. So that's all I got. Later, everyone.
It's been a slice.
Night, guys.
See ya.
Night,
Good
y'all.
afternoon.
Afternoon. Right. Sorry.
I just hit a second garage band. I shouldn't do that. No.